CJ Scarsapino here, Chief Business Officer with the Rocket Report. Today, we are very excited to have the principal of Henry Deffer Intermediate School, Mrs. Michelle Kravetz. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So we're here today. We want to discuss Henry Deffer's report card, the state report card, not the district overall, but Henry Deffer specifically. And Henry Deffer received a 4 out of 5 star report card rating. So what are some of the educational initiatives that Henry Deffer has implemented that has helped guide that 4 out of 5 stars overall?
So in the last few years, we've implemented a new math resource. So that's made our math instruction better aligned to state content standards, which is what students are assessed on the state test. So that's been happening the last several years. Our language arts teachers are this year implementing a new resource to even better align their teaching with state content standards. So all of that and just their hard work and collaboration is what has led to us having such a successful report card. Implementing a program called CKLA, and it focuses a lot on informational text. Our students already this year are writing more than they have ever written before. And it's challenging for them, but they're doing a fantastic job, and our teachers are doing a really excellent job using a brand new resource because that's a lot of work for them to just prep for every single day.
So on the report card, Henry Deffer received 3 stars in achievement. And I know you and you don't want to just be average. So we want to talk about how we can improve in that area. So what does achievement mean in sense of the report card first and foremost?
Sure. So the achievement score is based on how many of our students are scoring at each of the criteria levels. So the more students we have who score in the proficient, accomplished, or advanced ranges, the more points essentially that we get in that section. So on our report card this past year, we had just as many students score in the accomplished range as we did in the proficient range. So that gets us essentially more points on that section. So our goal moving forward to get us more stars will be to get kids just even up one more performance level, because that will get us more points in that section. And obviously also that shows our kids are achieving more.
What are you doing here at Deffer to help grow that achievement score?
So sometimes it's also just helping kids with test taking, because it is a high stakes test and it's on the computer. And for some of our kids, that just makes them pretty nervous. And so throughout the year, we're also getting them on that same testing platform because the state has some new tools that teachers can assign students tests on there throughout the year. So they're already logging into that, so they're comfortable with it. It doesn't feel like something that's brand new and stressful on testing day.
Henry Deffer received 4 stars in progress. So what does progress look like at Henry Deffer? What is that, something that you could feel, you could touch, you can see? What is that?
That's the section I'm most proud of, because the progress section is saying that it's basically asking, are the kids making growth? And so our goal for every kid every year is for them to make 1 year's worth of growth. And that progress score is what measures that. So even if a student comes to us, as a 4th grader, but they might still be reading at a 2nd or 3rd grade level, we're obviously providing them with intervention, and our goal is to get them to 4th grade level. So that score, though, is saying that, yes, they are growing more than a year, because to get 3 stars, they'd have to each be growing a year, but we're exceeding that.
So that 1 year of growth, is that just a Henry Deffer goal, or is that a part of a bigger plan for the school district?
That is our district goal. As of the end of this year, we'll have 3 years worth of data for all of our students. So when we're talking with parents, talking with families about their child's progress, we can actually look all the way back to, for our 4th graders, it's beginning of their 2nd grade year. Yeah. So we can see over time, what of the interventions that we've been putting in place, how has it been helping their child over a longer time period?
Yeah, do a little data analytics there.
Oh yeah, my favorite.
Gap closing here at Henry Deffer was 4 out of 5 stars. So how have you been so successful in that area?
So the gap closing score is looking at each of the subgroups of students. So not just are our kids overall growing and achieving, but our kids at every different subgroup achieving. So students with disabilities, students who are economically disadvantaged, different racial groups. And so that score tells us that students in all those groups are also achieving and growing, which means that we are having high expectations for all students, and that there's a mindset and a belief that all students can learn and grow.
Really good stuff happening here at Henry Deffer. Is there anything additional that you'd like to tell us about Henry Deffer in general or the report card?
I'm really proud of our staff here, because when we look at the report card and we look at all the data from the state, our staff here really are people who want to look into that data and dig in and figure out, what did we do last year that worked? What could we tweak for this coming year? And they're very collaborative within their teams. And we have a very, very hardworking staff here that I'm very fortunate to lead.
It sounds like great things are happening here at Henry Deffer Intermediate School. Great staff, strong leader, a lot of growth in data. Michelle, we want to thank you for your time today here on the Rocket Report and explaining Henry Deffer's report card to us. And we look forward to next year hearing the wonderful things and the wonderful growth that has happened.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.